Okay, let's look at part six. So this is the next question. You know what? You have a team. They have trained their AI model using SageMaker. This is a product which, if you are on AI, working on AI, you should know this. And they are saying, boss, I want to deploy my model. I have built my model. I want to deploy it. I know there will be spiky traffic patterns. What does spiky pattern mean? Sometimes you will get to eat biryani. Sometimes you will get fanta rice. People in Orissa, they love fanta. Fanta rice is heaven for them. But other part of the country, it might be hell for them. So you always know somebody's heaven is somebody's hell and vice versa. Now, which SageMaker inference option could automatically scale the inference capacity? So why do you want to scale up, scale out? Because you have spiky traffic patterns. So you want something to scale up when the spikes are very high, scale down when there is no spike. Okay. See, whenever people say, you have married a girl, that girl is always expecting you to perform. But perform means you should have money, you should have status, you should have good presentation, you should dress well, and etc. And above all, you should smell well. Smell well. You are an Indian. As an Indian, you should take special care to smell good. No harm in learning good things. Smelling bad is not your culture. Don't bring your culture. Okay, so whenever you have such kind of requirement where scale up, scale down, blah 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 blah, why to take headache, man? Go for serverless inference. Go for that serverless. Serverless means I don't have to manage it. AWS will manage it itself. If the request is high, the volumes are high, it will automatically scale up. Volumes are low, it will automatically scale down. I don't want to put my head here. I will just use this and solve my problem. Okay, so that will be my answer. But option A, it is telling you to use fixed number of instances. Because I want to scale up and I don't know. It can be 1,000 customers, it can be 10,000, it can be 1 million, it can be 10 million. Do you know? You don't know it. So how do you fix the number of instances? Like sometimes people say you will become rich if it is in your luck. Because nothing is in your luck. You have to perform. You have to work hard. You have to work hard like a donkey, man, and not for few days, continuously for a few years. You have to do that. Batch transform. Here we are talking about real time inference, and this idiot is telling me to use batch. So this is wrong. D is telling SageMaker multi-model endpoints when all models are loaded. See, multi-model endpoints. Okay, now the multi-model endpoints, the main purpose is if you have multiple models and you want to put it into a single instance, then you use it. Here, that is not the requirement. That's why this is wrong. So we know that this is our answer, serverless. We don't want to take any headache. We want to scale up, scale down. Baba, you do it. Don't eat my head. Serverless, the AWS itself will manage it. See, this next question is on Kendra. What is Kendra? It is used for enterprise search. It is powered by machine learning programs. So what are they doing? They are making use of Kendra to search through internal documents. Like for example, you are working for Bank of America, maybe that is your client, and you are working for Infosys, so Bank of America. Now they have internal documents. You want to search through them, some keywords and etc. Now you want to boost the ranking of more recently published documents in the search results so that you know what you have. Suppose as Infosys employee, you have curated certain set of documents. You have a list of 100 documents that is curated, well reviewed, and etc. etc. And you are happy that okay, these are the list of documents that should come first in the search result because I have done so much of work in reviewing these documents. Which Kendra feature can they configure to achieve this? Which Kendra feature? See, recently published means you will go by date. Recently published means you will go by published date, published date, published date, published date. समझ में आया क्या? Published date. So where you find the published date? This one. Query result ranking based on custom attributes, including published date. Why? Because now you might say, boss, why did I go against published date? Because you want more recently published documents. That means it is date driven. That is why this is your answer. Now, option A is saying you will do a relevance tuning based on document size. Based on document size. See, if a fat guy falls from 10th row, he will still fall on the ground. If a very light, guy, thin guy, 40 kilo guy falls on, he will still go there. Gravity will act on both of them. Size does not matter. Maybe it just matters on bed, but not elsewhere. Okay, indexing documents based on their creation timestamp. Creation timestamp you create based on index creation timestamp. Okay, when the document was created, not when it was published. You may have created a document 3 months back, but you published today. But you are telling I will still index it on create date. This is so wrong. You should create. You should do it on published date. When published means you are very sure that this is awesome. We have reviewed it. All the contents are good. I want people to go through it. Then only you will publish it. Create means it may be in draft. And if you used by created, that means people might go against a trap document which is not properly reviewed. There are a lot of mistakes in it. It is still in the draft mode. That is why option B is wrong. Option D, apply a custom vocabulary to prioritize specific terms. See, this will help with the search, but which type of search? Here you are saying I want to search based on the age of the document. You want to search based on the age of the document. See, in IT industry, what is happening? If your age is above 50, nobody hires you. Okay, people don't want to hire you unless you are still technical, unless you are still worthy, hands-on, etc. But if you are saying that, boss, I'm a management guy, I'm an old guy, I don't work, I have blood pressure, sugar, etc., etc., nobody wants to hire you. What they want to hire is fresh blood, 23, 24 years based on age. That is what they are doing it. That is why option D will not work because you want to do it on age, not on certain vocabulary. So that is why option C would be our answer. We want most recently published document, that is age. We will use published date. Mind you, not creation date, published date. Enough is enough. I gave you lots of explanation. Let's move to the next question. See, there is a data science team. They are making use of SageMaker Studio. Okay, and they want to collaborate on a Jupyter notebook in real time with multiple team members. SageMaker Studio feature directly supports this collaborative workflow. Which one? Which feature it supports? Okay, so that means you have three people in the team. You want to work collaboratively in real time. Okay, so which feature will you use? See, go through the options. Which one looks correct? Go through the option. Common sense. Apply common sense. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to do any experiment and see whether this load is handled by this kind of compute? Are you doing that? Baba answer तेरे आँख के सामने है यार. You are not doing any experiment. Are you going to debug something? You are not going to debug anything. There is no problem, no error. Autopilot. Do you want certain things to be trained automatically? No, there is nothing of. You are saying me and my buddies should work together. Me and my buddies should go and have tea together. Me and my buddies should go for a long drive together. Me and my buddies should play tennis together. That is your requirement. What will happen? SageMaker gives you shared spaces. Shared space. So now let us quickly go through the document and see the document of AWS. See, this is collaboration with shared spaces. You can read this. Okay, what it does for you, it has a shared space on Jupyter Server application. Okay, so all user profiles in the domain have access to this. It automatically scopes resources in a shared space. That means uh, John will have access to what sort of compute and RAM, and Martin will have access to what sort of compute and RAM, and so on. So that uh, scoping of the resources is done inside it. So if you have resources in a shared space, which can include experiments, models, etc. So you can collaborate in real time. You can do tagging and you can co-edit at the same time. The same notebook, two people can co-edit and so on. So it's a good thing. But this question, even if you are a layman from a different field, watching this for the first time, you could have still answered it. It was so easy. All the other three options are so out of the league. Okay. So subscribe if you have not done it and you are looking for uh, getting certified on cloud, AWS, GCP, Azure. Only three cloud products. Why? Remaining cloud products does not matter. We only create content on things that matter in the industry. Okay, like the top 1% in any society matters. The remaining people just lead their lives and fade away. Okay, that may be one way of looking at it. The other way is we have just come here to enjoy our time and then fade away. Okay, or maybe you are just here to take earth to a different level of modernization. All right? And that is something which I believe we are on earth to take this earth on a different level of modernization so that the next generations can use it to elevate further. That is my goal. I mean, that is what I think. So that is how I work day in and day out. This brings us to the end of part 6. Subscribe to this channel. There is a join button. You can become a cloud kernel member. and gain access to so many content. Okay, that very small premium, but it elevates, skyrockets your chances of clearing the certification. See you in the next part. Ciao.